Lieutenant. Company C's on picket right now. Civvies are bedded down. Who's this?
That's correspondence from back home. They wanted to see what the daily life is for a soldier out here in the fields.
Well, all right then. Well, anyways, like I said, Company C's on picket. Company B's got the boys bedding down the civvies for the night, but yeah, if you want, Company A is getting camp set up. So if you want, you're more than welcome to sit around and talk with some of our boys. I hope you like bad food. Corporal Josh, 47th New York Volunteers. Oh, it's been a long day. Earlier, I told you, hope you guys like bad food. Well, we're starting to get some of that cooking right now. Right now, just getting some lard heating up in the pan right here. We're sorry for my one-track mind here, but we just got a little bit of salt pork in, so we're gonna try to make something other than just cornmeal cakes and hardtack. This little dish is what we like to call Skillygalee. Now, no, soup's not done yet, idiot. Now, Skillygalee might have a fun name, but it's very simple and kind of a treat whenever all you get is hardtack and coffee. So essentially what we're doing is we're going to be cutting up a little bit of salt pork, getting it frying in our pan there. See if we can't get some bacon grease going. We're going to crush up some hardtack. Oh, yum. And I'll talk a little bit more about it as we go along, so sit tight. Just listen to that sizzle. Ooh. Come on, you. Well, anyways, as you can probably hear, whew, that fire smoke. We got some bacon frying here. Might actually add a couple more slabs in there.
Yes, please.
So what we're trying to do is, one, we're trying to cook the bacon. Two, we're trying to get a good amount of bacon grease in there. Because once we crush up that hardtack, we're going to have it sit in that water for a minute, let it try to rehydrate some. And we're going to dump it in here, just soaking up that bacon grease. All right, whoo, listen to that sizzle. We might actually have some bacon, boys. All right, some of this bacon looks like it's about ready to be pulled out. So, while you gotta be very careful when you're cooking with grease like this, because this stuff pops, and when it pops on you, that hurts. So, trying to get some of this lard and bacon, or lard and bacon grease, kind of over here onto the other side, which,
Don't abuse your lieutenant.
stop stealing my gloves. Also, you gotta watch where most of your fire, most of your coals are at, because if you got hotter coals on one side, that one side of the pan is gonna cook a lot faster. But actually, let's kind of scoot this back a little bit. I know, wrong hand before you say anything, Lieutenant. Let's kind of back that up a little bit. Now, the other ingredient, Skillygalee. Everybody's favorite thing, Army crackers, hardtacks, teeth dullers. Now, you ain't quite certain why it's called hardtack, because a lot of the veterans claim that enough of these could stop a red bullet. Hear that thunk? So, actually, a lot of this bacon here looks like it's ready to get pulled out of the fire here. So, give me just a minute. But anyways, sorry, one track mind. So I'm gonna finish crushing up some of this hardtack here. Actually, I'm gonna put that in there, get it soaking. Might need a couple more crackers. Oh, there we go. That was a good one. And we'll get right back to you, okay? Well, our benevolent lieutenant, oh, hi, Lieutenant. By the commissary, picked us up a pot so we can put our bacon in here. Yeah, that sounds like some good bacon, actually. Now, yeah, we got a good amount of bacon and lard grease in there now. Hey. That actually don't smell too bad. Sheesh. Why don't one of y'all cook once in a while? I'm tired of getting my eyes full of campfire smoke. So, yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. Now, we're gonna back down. I'm gonna give our hardtack over there soaking up right now. We're gonna give that a couple minutes to soak. Drain that. Start putting it in some of this here grease. Now, when you've been marching all day and half the night, just hearing a wooden spoon just on a cast iron, ooh, that's a sweet sound. That is a sweet, sweet sound. Now, a lot of this ain't completely rehydrated yet, but I figured it's gonna soak up enough of that bacon grease. So, one thing that some of the vets told me, sometimes they would mix brown sugar or molasses with this. Unfortunately, I just so happened to run out of my gracious allotment of molasses and brown sugar. Lieutenant. Just kidding, we don't get molasses or brown sugar very often. So we're gonna let this hardtack soak up this bacon grease. And actually, we're gonna take that off of the fire. So, like I said, we're gonna let this hardtack soak up that grease there. And hopefully here in a few minutes, we'll actually be able to sit down something other than hardtack crackers, coffee, and cornmeal cake. So yeah. When the stuff is rehydrated and stuff like that, it actually don't look too bad now, does it? All right. Now we got that hardtack pretty well soaking up. That bacon and lard. I gotta put the rest of that bacon back in there. Stir it up. And here in a minute, I think we might actually be able to eat finally. But anyways, the reason you're here is to want to know what it's like in the life of a lowly soldier in the Civil War. This is pretty much it. 50% marching. Actually, it's more like 45% marching, 45% camp life. The rest of it's actually fighting. It's not like in the movies where they're just going from one fight to the next. Most of the time, soldier's life is just this, camp life. Read into the diary or a journal of any soldier. They'll talk to you about how boring camp life was. Because it was always drill, always marching. Yeah, there was a lot of fights. But it wasn't marched exactly from one fight. Next day you're in another fight. There's sometimes people will go months without seeing the enemy. So this right here is the honest soldier's daily life. Camp life. Marching. Sheer boredom. Anyways, we're going to give this a couple more minutes soak up. And we'll sit and we'll actually eat. Alright. So, some of this bacon got crunched up a little too much. I can't quite grab it with my fork. I think somebody might have snagged my spoon. Make do. Now that we cooked this, let's actually give it a try. Be a lot easier if I had a spoon, but somebody snagged it. In all honesty, it ain't too bad. Don't think the hardtack got quite as rehydrated as I'd hoped, but it's not all that bad. Let's see how the hardtack alone tried. Tastes like a very fat, very chewy, very bready piece of bacon. Yeah, it's getting kind of late now, so I think me and the rest of the boys are gonna scarf down something to eat and probably think about heading for bed for the night. Got another day of marching ahead. Just head that way. I'm sure some of the officers can get you some better accommodations than just a pup tent. Also, the officers do get better food, so go on while there's still some left. Alright, y'all. I know I'm not too good when it comes to talking to a camera, but still, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I try to get you a little bit of the camp life of the soldier too, so I hope you kind of enjoyed this little cooking video. Tell you what, it definitely turned out a lot better than my hardtack video. See if I can't tag that video in the description here. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you you like this content, and be sure to like this video. Definitely leave a comment because it really helps my channel out. I'm still growing. And if there's something you'd like me to search up and try to cover on my channel, leave it in the comments. That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And guys, I will see you later on down the trail as we keep walking through history. Have a good one. Probably wondering what hardtack is. Well, that ain't a fork. I think somebody's pitying us over there back at Supply. See if you can't talk to that fellow over there with the stripes. See with the possibility of actually getting some brown sugar or something. Ugh. I wanted to know what it was like. Strange steam cars going around.